Hey there, AmyK here, 50 at 50, number 41. And Michelle wrote in, and she has a scenario that thousands of people are dealing with right now. So this is really going to resonate. Hi, AmyK. Hello. I'm 51 and loving your videos. Yay, that always makes me feel good. I dropped my eldest daughter off at college last week. See, I told you it's going to resonate. And I have to admit, this is harder than I expected. Yes, it really can be. My hubby is supportive, but I think my tears are getting tiresome for him. Maybe not. We're going to come back to that. Any suggestions on how I might cheer myself up faster? I have 2 kids at home, and my little one just said, "I'm still here, mommy." Ugh, worst mom ever. And then she says, exclamation point. Any thoughts you can share are appreciated. Thank you, Michelle. All right, I have several things to share. I have several thoughts here. First of all, and probably most important, you are being way too hard on yourself, Michelle. Full stop. I mean, come on. Ugh, worst mom ever, exclamation point. No, far from it. Seriously, far from it. And then you say, I think my tears are getting tiresome for him. You don't know that. Unless your husband literally came to you and said, oh, your tears, I'm so tired of them. He's not. My guess, my hypothesis, happy to be wrong, but my hypothesis is that he doesn't quite know how to comfort you, and you're feeling that angst in him because he wishes he could do more for you, and then you're like, oh, I'm on my own less nerve, and I'm on his nerves, my tears are tiresome. That's your story, that's your narrative. And then you say, how do I cheer myself up faster? I don't want you to cheer yourself up faster. Now, time out. Those of you are like, what? I don't want you to, and here's why. If you repress it, if you deny it, if you dismiss your feelings, if you fake it just to make it through this, it's all gonna bubble back up. What I want you to do is feel it, process it, cry it out. There's a whole spectrum of emotions. Now, I'm gonna be a little controversial when I say this, but usually about a couple weeks or a month before your kid goes off to college, there's a very ubiquitous pattern, and that is they drive you shit simple. And that is part of the cutting of the apron strings. Like you start to get to where like, oh, I am ready to get rid of you. And oh, I am tired of you. And oh, you need to launch, right? So that's a normal kind of conflicting feeling of guilt. And then you have excitement, you have hope, you have loss, you have sadness. You're grieving that this whole chapter, this identity of having raised your kid, it's shifting, it's changing. That's a lot. That's a lot to process. And so you're allowed to cry. Now, your child's comment of, and you said, I'm still here, mommy, they're trying to cheer you up. They're trying to make you feel better. Like, hey, we're here to love you, not to give you a guilt trip. That's, again, that's your own narrative. You're being really hard on yourself. So you can go to the 2 that remain in the house and you can say, thank you for understanding my tears. You can see how much I loved your sister. You can see how much I love you. I will be crying like this when you leave. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for comforting me. I'll get better day by day. I'll get better step by step. I just really miss your sister because I love all 3 of you. And that's just a message that you can share. Back to you. Let's just be selfish for a second. This is really normal. This is really normal. So for any of us that are watching this, this is not just about sending your kid off to college. This is about change. This is about transition. This is about identity. This is about loss. This is about shifting and moving into another season. This could also be a sense of, oh my gosh, I'm getting older and I'm losing, connectivity with my kids. All of that is wrapped up in there, and you've got to unpack it. And that takes time. So I'm hoping, Michelle, that you will give yourself a little space and a lot of grace to go through what's really normal and natural when you just kind of push that little bird out of the nest, right? There's a lot to it. So I hope this helps. I really do. I hope this gives you something to think about. And really and truly, I hope that you take this opportunity to just be a little kinder to yourself as you unpack all the emotions. From my heart to yours, hugs.